Maya's world was made of paper promises. Her sketchbook was a graveyard of brilliant beginnings, portraits with unfinished eyes, landscapes with colorless skies, magical creatures half-formed. She was an artist of immense talent, but her masterpiece was always the same, a beautiful, detailed plan for tomorrow. "I'll do it tomorrow" wasn't just a phrase for her. It was a creed, a comfortable blanket she wrapped herself in to shield her from the fear of failure. If you never finish, you can never fail. Her greatest love and her biggest promise was to her grandmother, Anu. Anu was the keeper of the family's stories, her mind a library of memories. But lately, the pages of that library were beginning to fade. Her memory was a slow, quiet leak, a few drops of the past disappearing each day. One afternoon, while looking through an old photo album, Anu's eyes lit up. "Maya," she said, her voice soft, "do you remember the lake? The night we saw the fireflies for the first time? It was like the stars had come down to dance with us." The memory was one of Maya's most cherished. She was 7 years old, and her grandmother had held her hand, whispering, "See? The world is full of tiny miracles." Anu turned to her, her eyes pleading. "Could you paint it for me? I want to remember that feeling forever. I'm afraid one day I'll forget the dance." "Of course, Nani," Maya said, her heart swelling with love. "I'll do it. It will be the most beautiful painting you've ever seen." And she meant it. That very day, she sketched the scene with a passion she hadn't felt in years, the deep indigo of the water, the silhouette of the old willow tree, and two small figures hand in hand. "I'll buy the paints tomorrow," she told herself. Tomorrow came, and she bought the perfect shades of blue and gold. "The canvas isn't right," she thought. "I'll find the perfect one tomorrow." A week later, the perfect canvas was leaning against her wall, pristine and white. "I need to be in the right mood," she reasoned. "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow became a week, then a month. Every time she visited, Anu would ask, "How are my fireflies, my dear?" And every time, Maya would say, "They're coming along, Nani. They have to be perfect." The lie was a small, sharp stone in her throat. The guilt was a heavy weight, but the fear of not doing the memory justice was heavier. So she tidied her studio, sketched other, less important ideas, and told herself, "I'll do the real one tomorrow." One day, she arrived to find her grandmother quieter than usual. "Nani," Maya said brightly, "I was just thinking about the lake. Remember how the fireflies blinked in rhythm?" Anu looked at her, a gentle confusion in her eyes. "The lake was beautiful, dear, but fireflies? I don't think I remember any fireflies." The words hit Maya like a physical blow. The memory wasn't just fading anymore. A whole chapter had been torn from the book. The panic was cold and sharp. "No, Nani, you have to remember, the dancing stars." But there was only a loving, empty smile. That was the day Maya's tomorrows ran out. She raced back to her studio, her heart a frantic drum against her ribs. The perfect canvas, the perfect paints, the perfect sketch, they all felt like monuments to her failure. The comfortable blanket of tomorrow had become a suffocating shroud of too late. Tears streamed down her face as she painted. She didn't paint for her grandmother anymore. She painted for herself. She painted out of grief, out of regret, out of a desperate, burning love. She poured every ounce of the memory she still had onto the canvas. The deep, velvety blue of the twilight, the shimmering dance of 1,000 golden lights, and the look of pure, unadulterated wonder on her grandmother's face, a look she now realized she would never see again. She painted all night, not stopping until the sun streamed through her window, illuminating the finished piece. It was the first thing she had finished in years, and it was alive. With trembling hands, she took the painting to her grandmother's room. Anu was sitting by the window, looking out at the garden, her expression distant. "Nani," Maya whispered, placing the canvas in front of her. Anu's eyes, cloudy with the fog of her fading mind, slowly focused on the painting. She was silent for a long time. Maya held her breath, her heart aching. Then, a slow, beautiful smile spread across her grandmother's face. She reached out a frail hand and gently touched the painted image of her younger self. She didn't say, "I remember." The memory of the event was gone. Instead, she whispered, "How beautiful. It feels happy." And in that moment, Maya understood. She had lost the race against time to save the memory, but she hadn't failed. The painting had done something more powerful. It had saved the asterisk feeling asterisk. The joy, the wonder, the love, they were all still there, captured in the dance of the painted fireflies. Maya never said, "I'll do it tomorrow again." Her studio came to life, filled not with unfinished sketches, but with vibrant, completed canvases. She painted the small moments, her father's laughter, a friend's comforting smile, the warmth of the sun on a Sunday morning. She learned that art wasn't about creating a perfect, timeless masterpiece. It was about honoring the imperfect, fleeting moments that make a life. She had learned the hardest lesson of all. Procrastination doesn't just steal your time. It steals your chances to share your love. The only antidote is now, because now is the only canvas we are ever truly given.